You're watching 7 at 4 on your hometown station, WDBJ 7.
Hey, welcome back to 7 at 4. Okay, with each passing day, we know this, we talk about it all the time, technology getting smarter, getting faster, but unfortunately, so do the hackers. So I am here with author David Groot to talk about the topic of his book, which I think is a very important one. The threat is real, protecting you and your family from the global threat of cybercrime. David, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me, Logan.
Of course. So first off, let folks at home know your background and how that deals with cybersecurity.
So I'm a cybersecurity expert. I have a company that deals in that, helping small businesses protect themselves, and I've seen it ruin so many people's lives that I felt the need to share that information with the general public.
How long have you been doing this then?
I've been doing it since 1994.
And I'm sure you've seen unbelievable advancements.
Very much so.
and that's what's really gotten you to write this book and really come up with the 10 steps of really how to protect you, your business, and your family from this growing threat each and every day.
That's right.
So let's run down these.
Okay, so the first step we want to deal with is password safety, and primarily we're talking about unique passwords for every website and every app.
Oh, wow.
That's a tall order, and we can use a password manager to help us through that. So a password manager is something that'll generate the passwords as well as store them and remember them for us. Then we only need to still remember one password to retrieve those.
Because I know, and folks, talking with folks, and we've done so many stories that you got one password for everything, and once the hacker gets his foot in the door, it's ball game. It's over.
Right. We don't want that to happen.
Okay.
So unique passwords for every website. Second thing would be identity monitoring. Identity monitoring is an early detection system for people trying to do things with your social security number and or your passport. Different things, maybe even your email or your usernames and passwords are for sale on the dark web. If your identity is compromised, these people have the resources to help you through that. The third thing would be to freeze your credit.
Okay.
Freezing your credit at all 3 major credit bureaus stops anybody from being able to pull a credit report, and therefore it makes it very difficult for them to open up a new account for you.
Okay, and I really feel like is what the same kind of thing where people. You hear these steps and it doesn't seem it's that difficult, but it's just it takes a little bit extra time, and you have to be willing to dedicate that time to protect yourself, because whenever if it does happen to you, I mean, it's a headache. It's
a very major headache. It can actually ruin your life.
Yes.
It can clean you out. So it's important to take just a few small steps.
Okay.
Number 4 would be to change all the default passwords on any device in your home that's connected to the internet. That would be things like your television, your cameras, your doorbell. All those things have administrative interfaces, and they have passwords to get into those administrative interfaces. They're well known by the hackers. If you don't change them to a different password, they know how to get in them, and they can watch you in your home.
Oh, no. So that's as soon as you get that, whatever it might be plugged up and online, that's when you need to go in there and put your
That is
own
exactly
password.
when you want to do that.
Okay. So what's number 5?
A dedicated device for all financial transactions on the internet. You would want to use your online banking should be done on one thing, turn it off, put it in a drawer. Don't do it on the social media machine in the house. Don't do it on a machine you're gaming on. Those things could be compromised already, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, so maybe, like, I guess you would maybe have a tablet, or if you've got another laptop, that is only for finances, nothing else.
When it's not being used, turn it off, take it offline, put it in a drawer.
Not a bad tip. Number 6.
Cyber insurance. Cyber insurance can help you in the event of somebody maybe getting something, for instance, like a surgery or a credit card where they rack up a bunch of bills. Those companies are going to come to you for payment. You may be able to prove in the end that it wasn't you who did that. However, cyber insurance is going to kind of make that problem go away for you. It's a long haul to prove you didn't do it.
And another one of those things that we didn't think about 4, 5, 6 years ago, cyber insurance, but hey, you need it. So we got 4 more, starting at number 7.
Okay, number 7, we want to practice best practices for social media. What that means is go look at your privacy settings on a regular basis, at least once a month, because the companies change what is available, as well as when you install apps in those social media platforms or on your mobile device, those things are taking permission to access different parts of your phone, for instance, your contacts or your location. If it's not necessary for that app to work, for those things to be shared, do not share that. Share your information with your intended audience.
And number 8?
Number 8, multi-factor authentication. All most all websites
Right.
and most all apps today offer you an opportunity for a second factor when you authenticate. So you're going to type in your username and your password. You're going to have an app on your phone, or you're going to get a text message with a code in it. You're going to then secondly put in that code to gain access to that particular site.
And we're running out of time, but we
Okay.
got two more real quick. What are those last two?
We want to make sure we're backing up to an external hard drive, not our cloud drive.
Right.
Again, when you're not using it, put it in a drawer, detach it, and then also make sure you're performing all your backups, your antivirus, your computer, your phone. As those things are made available, put them on there immediately.
Well, David, where can folks find about your book and everything, and find more about all these tips?
You can find out more about the tips at my website, www.winstartech.com, and the book is available on Amazon Kindle.
And there you go, some great tips, because it is, boys and girls, friends and neighbors at home, it is changing every day, and we got to be ahead of those hackers, because you don't want to find yourself and your life in ruins trying to pick up the pieces. David, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We got more 7 at 4 back after this break.